What was it? Bad Hat?
BadHatHarriet.
Bad Hat Harriet?
Yeah.
Harriet. Got it. All right.
Oh, and it's Narcissus OP, not Narcissus Op. I'm immediately going into that mindset, but
Sure.
apparently it's a call to the Jaws movie, Bad Hat Harry, the Bad Hat Harry line. I would have to rewatch it. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. But anyway, we have Bad Hat Harry in Jaws and Bad Hat Harriet here in the chat up for
Great.
the reading.
So, we've got sprouting. Number 3, sprouting. From the source, creating success, constancy bears fruit. Don't use this to have a direction to go. Fruitful to establish feudal lords. Like a plant putting out roots in all directions, the inner life reaches out into the world, experiencing resistance for the first time. The creative drive of heaven and earth joins together and grows, bursting with life and desire to fulfill. It's too early to limit possibilities. So, strengthen your resolve and gather support, human or otherwise, to help expand your awareness and influence. What is beginning? Where is the growing center? And where can you find help for it? All right. Gaia, the world. All right, so Gaia, this is like the world card in the tarot deck. This is like the big card. Number 46 is the top of the tier. There's 46 cards in the whole deck, right? So this is not even wood elemental. I mean, I think they count it as a wood elemental in the deck, but it's Gaia. It's technically all of it. So her qualities are harmony, abundance, wholeness, and forgiveness. Harmony, abundance, wholeness, and forgiveness. All right. So in our focus position, yes. We have the High Priestess reversed. All right, hang on. Let me put that right side up for you. And so this is a dragon with like a cauldron with a rainbow that is either rising out of the cauldron or snaking its way into it. It's got the earth on the left, it's got the yin-yang on the right, and the two kind of like Roman, I think those are Corinthian pillars.
Black pillar and a white pillar.
Yeah. So that's their way of doing Yakam Boaz, right? That's their stick of it. But anyway, this popped up upside down, right? So High Priestess upside down. So right now your sense of the quote mystery, right? Because she's the guardian of the mystery, right? You get your mystery school practices, the manner of which the High Priestess was a part of that, so on and so forth, right? Get like Dr. Hillman lesson 101 on the High Priestess in perspective now. Let's see here. We got Fehu reversed with the High Priestess reversed, right? Okay, so you've got the mystery is still occult to you, and you don't have the resources yet to understand it. In the origins of your interest in this, we have, okay, The Page of Cups reversed. Yes, there's a dragon hatching out of an egg. How cute. All right, so we got Page of Cups reversed. There's an emotional lesson that you haven't learned yet. There's something emotionally going on, right? The pages are students, right? That's why they're a page, right? They're carrying written books and things like that. They have pages of notes, and they're pages, right? They're children. And so this is about going through emotional maturation. And don't feel embarrassed by that, because we all have our emotional immaturities, or at least we all used to, right? And sometimes there's a lot of ego associated with the emotions that we hold on to, and we don't know how to deal with that, and that's okay. There's a lot of people that are struggling, but you also have to eventually realize that it is something you got to deal with, and that it's not just something that is okay and that the whole world will eventually not hold you back about, but it will. You won't understand why. Right? We have Manaz here. You're using your head. You've got a good head on your shoulders and all that. But there's an emotional lesson that is disconnected from what's going on in your mind overall. Verdandi. In our present moment, here, the worth of this thing, we have the strength card. Woo! Trying to be slick.
We had the strength card.
Strength card.
Amazing.
So the strength card here, this one is, this one's makes the Kundalini illusion. It's the coiling, rising energy as kind of this idea, the principle of the strength. And it's got the lion dragon kind of thing. I think that we don't have to put that into any kind of Gnostic context. I don't think that's even the intention, despite the fact that the correlation is there. So right now, you've got the strength to deal with this trouble, as it were. But we have Ansuz. You're under some misleadings in your circumstances. I mean, you can handle these like just imagine, okay, you're in a fight, and it's just you're handling yourself fine in the fight, then somebody points out to you, it's just hey bud, I know you're gonna win this fight and all that, but did you know that you're not gonna get the prize? He doesn't have the prize. He doesn't have it. You're gonna beat him, his pockets are empty. Right? That's what this rune's telling me right now. It's just this dude's pockets are empty. Stop shaking him down for money. Right? So you have to go and you have to reevaluate where you got your information from and get that straightened out, because you've had some misleadings. Don't know if you were lied to, but you've got the wrong message about where you're applying your strength. And what should you do? We have six of wands reversed. So 6 of wands reversed. Trying to see what I can extract here on this one, right? I'm looking at it upright. So this dragon, when this card is upright, he is descending through this V steganography. There's a lot of interesting things to be said about the symbolism associated with what we call this, the V. Going down here with these 3 pillars of torches on each side. And he's reaching down and there's like a diamond down there, right? So this guy, it's normally about making this descent through the gauntlet. I think this is kind of a descending through the gauntlet kind of expression. You got to pass through these torches. It's kind of like a burn test, walking the hot coals. And then you get the diamond when you squeeze through at the end, right? And so it's reversed at the moment, right? So this is a warning that this is the point, is that you've got Ansu's reversed here with your strength. It's like, you got the strength to go through the gauntlet. And then you're not gonna, reach your samadhi discipline or whatever the hell you're looking for out of this thing on the other end when you're done with it. And here's Yonga again. And so this is like saying that like this gauntlet you're going through, like you do have to actually go through that gauntlet, but you've basically prepped for it incorrectly.
Oh.
You've got Uruj reversed, right? So you're not fit to go through it right now. You have to get your health up, right? You're either not strong enough or not healthy enough to do this thing. Like you're strong. Well, okay, you've got the strength, but because your strength is misled, it's not getting applied properly here, right? That'll make more sense to you once you figure out this thing, because probably this Ansu's reversed is probably a big part of the whole problem, because then you can look back and say maybe your Feihu is reversed because you're working with the wrong information. So you're working with the wrong resources to get you through this gauntlet. Right? And this is, and that's why you've got your emotional student reversed. Because the right path involved this emotional discipline component. And that's what's going to get you through the fire.
So, I'm actually getting kind of a interpretation on that one, like as you say it. It's like you are prepared. You've been through the whole camp, but for like the wrong game, for like the wrong kind of match. It's like you're preparing for a boxing match while you're doing a triathlon or something. Mm. So there, strength is there and all that. It's just not applicable to what you actually have to go through.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, and I think because we've got this whole sprouting question, right?
Yeah, and then
the fruitful to establish feudal lords. In a gardening sense, right? It means you just need somebody to tend your garden, right? So whatever is upsprouting for you, you don't have somebody to help you in your emotional guidance in your upspring. And let's also not forget that, you've got the high priestess reversed over here, right? I think this whole thing is honestly telling me that you not only got off to a bad start, you got off with a bad premise, right? So, but because you've got this strength going for you and your strong mind, even though they're associated with two different parts of the spread, you're probably appealing to those things as holding you to what's not working, right?
Well, it seems that Tam, as BadHatHarriet her actual name is, apparently, has new projects and love in the air. So that's an interesting premise. So do make sure it's the right one.
Caution. Tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. Right, so whether that's about the projects or the new love, there's an eggshell walking process that you're going to be going through, right? So you probably have so much going on that's probably part and parcel of what this is that you're probably, like,
Yeah.
you're delighted about, right? You got Manaz over here, right? So there's a whole lot of people, right? Like this is that Manaj energy of your mind, and then you've got like a board meeting, and everybody else's minds are all working together, right? It's just like to everybody's satisfaction. What is Manaj? But it's Wunyo mirroring itself is Manaj, right? So it's the satisfaction of your mind coming to an agreement with the satisfaction of another person's mind, right?
So
you're missing something subtle. You're missing something subtle because it's an emotional thing. It's a high priestess thing.